Ely and Earls Ferry was getting a bit lighter. We were a bit worried. The parky area at Shell Bay is very, very light wind, but the point and the cliffs a lot better. Now, I've just pulled up the METAR for Dundee, showing 2307 knots, but the TAF for 12 o'clock to 1700, TAF showing 24016, gusting 26 knots. Alan's going to check out Walton Hill on his way down. He's probably just about arriving there, and we're going to do some flying here. I think probably we'll be staying at the coast. Bunker next to radio mast, clear area on the path, just a nice easy jog down here, but there's not lots of lift, and I haven't walked to the edge yet to check it out, just waiting. Clouds, when you look at them compared with the radio mast, are probably doing 15 to 20 knots at least, but it's dropped off way down at ground level. It's got wee bit thermic type breezes at the cliff tops, very variable. Well, didn't do any launches at all round there. The wind was often switching to 90 degrees across the slope, indicative very much of thermal induced winds coming from the sun on the field behind us. Got a wee bit more movement on the water down there, but a lot less air than we had half an hour ago when we were flying at the other base. We're just waiting for the wind to come in, and as mentioned, the TAF at Dundee indicating it's not looking good for inland later on. And there in the distance we've got the various bays. The one with the wee white lighthouse is the point. Quite a lot of bits to fly there. Right, that'll be the bit that won off eBay earlier on for the Mazda. And there's the nice ridge there that allows you to jump to the cliffs when it's more southeasterly over the golf course. Okay, so breeze picking up a bit. Apart from the jumping part, if you jump it collapses. Yep, we're getting some very nice flying over at the other bay, but the wind dropped right off here, so kind of a bit of taking it slowly at the moment. But the TAF, the forecast for Dundee for the afternoon from lunchtime till tea time, is southwesterly, which is okay, 16 knots, which is okay but top end, gusting 26 knots. So there's one of the guys dropping off at one of our inland sites that we were at earlier, and it was way too windy to fly then. But I think it's going to be coastal flying, but we're just waiting on this picking up, which it's starting to. But a lot of that is thermic rather than the steady breeze. It's okay if once you're up high, but you've got to get up and into nice clean air, particularly when you're launching off a cliff. That's definitely getting a bit better. One of the issues is that the wind direction's been switching a lot because it's thermic. But we've got over 1,000 clips up on YouTube, and if today's a good day, there'll be another 2 or 3 coming from it. Good luck, man. Thank you. Alright, let's just see what it's like. Feel not bad. So I'll probably just do a flight down to the beach if I launch. No, it's going slightly sideways and it's hanging back a wee bit, so you can see how it curled over when it dropped. Well, if it curls this way, it's indicating that the wind is blowing the wrong way. Now partially that's the wind comes up over the cliff at a sharp angle, so it curls round. Also, if there's a wee thermal there, it's drawing the air back, a bit like lifting a tablecloth. If you lift it slowly, all the placemats move into the centre. So if the thermal's over there, it can kill whatever slight breeze we've got and you get a backdraft, and you don't want to launch off a cliff unless the wing is fully flying. So if it's slightly soft as that was, you just reset and go again. I did one there where I dropped the wing just clear of that wee hawthorn tree because it's a while since I've been here and I wasn't 100% sure of the cliff shape. And it was rock solid all the way down. I could have continued and launched, but you don't do that if you're not sure exactly what's below your takeoff. Here it has the advantage, there's a wee path that goes to the edge, so it's easy underfoot, and it's a much shorter takeoff runway. But anything above, even 6 or 7 knots, that's about 8 miles an hour. Anything above that, if you've got a good breeze coming up here, you can stay up for hours. But the trick, as you'll see this with the seagulls, is if they're up 50 feet, they're soaring. But the ones that are just taking off have to flap. Because until they get up that 50 feet, they're not in good lift. Most people try and make this stuff seem very complex. It's not. Just shut down the camera just now. Okay, unfortunately the camera shut down there. So it was going solid, then I felt it backdrafting and going soft, so I just dropped the wing. And a few seconds later we're getting this bit more breeze. You can see more on the water. The wing's not so well laid out, not such a good position, so I want to backtrack it. Check the airspace. That's better. Slow, slow, slow backtrack. Easing, easing, easing. And bounce. And backtracking again. Let it settle onto the path. Right, fixed hazards, movable hazards, hydration, airspace, all the checks. Harness checked, etc. Recheck the airspace. I'm going to stop and start in case I lose the video. And that's it, restarted, sun's changed, bouncing, feeling okay, let it settle to bounce. Firming up but not as solid as I'd like, so just waiting, 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 let it reset. Backtracking. Yeah, sun changed. When you get changes in the lighting in these sort of situations, also often you get changes in the airflow. Again, I'm going to reset the camera and reset, recheck the airspace and bouncing. Slow, 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 slow. Let it settle. Remember, you want to get into the start of one of these cycles, not the end of it. Again, the wings up, feels okay but not particularly solid. So reset and wait, and it went soft. Recheck, looking for the grass at the cliff top. Trying to get the start. Very short little cycles, they're only lasting about 20-30 seconds. See what that feels like. And it's hanging back, could go off at that, but why bother? It's not solid. And reset and down. So it was easy to get the yaw in, so it would be take off straight off. But there's no point surging diving, you just wait until it's rock solid. And reset, recheck the airspace. And bouncing. Slow, 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 slow. Let it settle. Remember, you want to get into the start of one of these cycles, not the end of it. Again, the wings up, feels okay but not particularly solid. So reset and wait, and it went soft. Recheck, looking for the grass at the cliff top. Trying to get the start. Very short little cycles, they're only lasting about 20-30 seconds. See what that feels like. And it's hanging back, could go off at that, but why bother? It's not solid. And reset and down. So it was easy to get the yaw in, so it would be take off straight off. But there's no point surging diving, you just wait until it's rock solid. Just dump the wing back there. Now I've got a breeze at the moment. Check tactile visual audio, check tactile visual audio. Getting an echo off the wall. Check the airspace, we bounce. Feeling solid, see if it'll keep it. Yep, we feel nice and nope, massive yaw there. Just as I came to the edge, felt the wing yawing round and rolling, so abort. Okay, so aborted the last one right at takeoff, a lot of yaw. The wind seems to be coming closer into the shore, but still not fully here yet. Definitely getting more of a breeze. Cloud coming over has changed the conditions on the top. And recheck the airspace. Okay, a lot of yaw there. Half the wing going. Massive yaw. Yep. So you can certainly easily launch at that, but it's whether it's safe and worthwhile. And the answer is reasonably safe. Worthwhile, definitely not yet. Lots of yaw. But that darker area on the water coming much closer in, so it's looking good. Just take the time. We're getting movement on the grass etc. down here. Camera off, camera on, go reset the wing out there and give it another go. Take my time. Okay, bounce the wing to tidy it out. From the yaw, definitely got more of a southeast component coming in now, which is good. And definitely getting a bit more of a breeze. Recheck the airspace, settle to bounce. Going up fairly solid, see how it feels. Feeling okay, feeling okay. Continuing. And launching! There we go. As expected, the bounce probably shut down the camera and lost the file markers. Came in, nice rear riser flare, about 6 foot to dead stop. Tailwind component probably about 4 or 5 knots at the wing height. Nice wee flight though. Back up to the top there and launch. Felt like there was a bit of lift in the middle of the ridge, but I was already low there, so it's possible it might be top landable on the slow into wind beat. We'll see. Aye.
Oh no. Mummy, that wind is